All right, to get your SAP teacher feedback, you'll first want to collect who the student's teachers are, and that's information that you can look up in eSchool or TAC, whichever is your preference. If you need help with that, let me know and I can certainly support you in that. If you're good to go on that end, when you go into our SAP folder, you'll see there's a folder just called SAP Teacher Feedback. And there's a ton of copies of our feedback form. You're going to use a copy of the feedback form per student. That way a student's record isn't mixed with another student's record. And each form is renamed to match the name of the case. So instead of putting the student name, if it's the first student on our SAP roster, their form would be called 001. And then I recommend putting it here at the top. It just kind of helps keep it all straight. And then you don't really need to touch the SAP questions. Those are all ready to go. But once you have this form open, you're going to click here and do a send. And I'm going to send it to a couple of team members just so that they all know, like, hey, this is just a test. Nothing meant to confuse us, and it's nobody that will get something that they weren't sure of. I do recommend that you put a little bit of a message here, like, hi, I've invited you to fill out a form regarding student, and then put name for SAP, or I guess maybe the Student Assistance Program. Since we have some new teachers who might not know what it is, please complete this by. And then set a date. We want to be able to look at our SAP feedback forms by the following meeting. So if our meetings are on Wednesday, I recommend that you ask them to have them done by Monday. That way, if you need to send out a reminder, you have a day still to do so. And then just simply sign off. Can include the form in the email, might be easier for them. And I'll put up here just so everybody knows when this comes to them. It's a test. And I'm going to send it that way. Now, you have your form, and let's say your teachers have gotten back to you. One way to look at the responses is to simply open the form with the corresponding numbers. And under responses, what you'll see is responses up here, and you can read through those individually, or you could link it to a sheet, whichever you prefer in terms of looking at it. And then you want to review that information before you come back and kind of highlight what are the key points of that student that you want to make sure the team is aware of as issues or supports that are needed so that we can rally and get that kid the supports that they need. That's it for the form.